Hello everyone, it's Ben from Rook Live. Thanks for tuning in for another episode. I haven't uploaded a video in a while, but today's video is pretty special because it involves the brains of my operation, the brains of my business, and that is the live streaming rig, the portable build that I bring with me that hosts all the cameras, that does all the distribution, that records everything. It has everything all inside of it, and it's this one little box right here. Let me walk you through some of the things that it has in it. So I don't know if I'll use this video or if I'll just show pictures, but if we zoom in here, let's go ahead and zoom in here. So basically at the top, we have the AC Infinity. This is a 1 rack unit fan, and it intakes air from the top, and then it pushes it down, and then at the bottom, you'll see we have the other fan, and that is that's the exhaust, and that'll push air out of it. So this one intakes, and then that one will exhaust air, so it kind of flows really well and keeps all the equipment cool. Next up, we have the Furman power conditioner. That powers everything on the build, so all you have to do is press that little button right there, and it will turn everything on. Next up is the Black Magic program and preview. Allows me to see all of my camera inputs, and then the program out that's actually being broadcasted, the camera that's being live. And then down here, we have the Blackmagic TVS Studio HD, hosts 8 cameras on there. You could plug any camera in there up to 1080p. It's just got your classic buttons here. I didn't choose to go with the 4K or the newer version because it doesn't have the actual hardware interface here where you can actually click the buttons and switch it yourself. You have to like plug in a PC or you have to plug in another computer, and that's just another step that I don't want to have to do. So and then this goes over to the 1/3 rack unit HyperDeck recorder. Let's see, my autofocus is being really funny. Yeah, that's the HyperDeck recorder right there. So anything that I push in there, I can plug in SD cards to the SD card slots, and then that will run it that way. And I can record and send signals from there as well. And then coming to the latest addition to the build is the Smart Video Hub 20x20. It'll take 20 inputs and it'll output 20 outputs. So you could plug in anything from a laptop for slides, a camera, any video source really, PC, and then you can output it to any monitor, TV, video wall, projector. So if you're working at a venue where you need extra monitors, or you're providing TVs, and in the lobby there's a few TVs and there's a big video wall that you need to broadcast to as well, that you can use the Smart Video Hub for that as well. I recently went to a gig where we were doing let me flip the camera around here so I can see what I'm doing. I recently went to a gig where it was a gymnastics gig, and there was judges. So the judges were able to kind of have their own view of the stands and everything, but they also wanted some external monitors around them so they could see playbacks, instant replays and stuff like that. So I had 2 external monitors that the Smart Video Hub was sending video to. I had a TV for spectators because it was COVID safe, so we only had a number of people inside the actual building. So everyone who wanted to spectate, we had TVs out there that I was sending video to. They didn't have a video wall, but if they did, we could do that as well. So I did a graduation where we had stuff for video walls. So the Smart Video Hub really helps with that. And then I did some work on the back. I can go ahead and try to flip this thing over. I'm actually probably just gonna have to turn this off. So I'm gonna turn that off. That switch holds everything. And then I'm gonna flip this thing around and unplug it. And the back is actually really, really cool. I'll show you why. So I've intentionally done this, and I'll probably zoom in on this so you guys can actually see it. But and I might just show pictures on the screen if you guys can't see it as good. I don't know why we're having so many focus issues today. There we go. So up top we have inputs, and then on the bottom we have outputs. So on the top we have 4 HDMI inputs and then 4 SDI inputs, and these are all camera inputs. These are for, or any video source really, but these top ones are all for the Blackmagic TVS Studio, and this is all just basically all the cameras that come in. And we have the XLR inputs right here. We have Ethernet controller if you want to, in the event that you wanted to control it externally with a laptop or whatnot, or have somebody on that individually, you could plug an Ethernet into here and route that over to a computer and then have external control. And then on the output side, we don't have everything done here. In the future, when I do more gigs that require more outputs, I think 10 is enough for right now. But basically, we have outputs down here. We have multi-view HDMI output, program HDMI output, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. All 10 of these are going from the Smart Video Hub. So if I'm sending video to a recorder, if I'm sending video to a monitor, I can send it to a video wall, I can send it to TV, I can send this to a projector, I could send this to my encoder for the stream, and then I have 4 extra ones that I could send anywhere else. So ultimately you have options and you can choose which sources go where, and it's all in this tight little enclosure. And what makes it really nice is that this backing I got, this was only like $40, and this is like nice hard steel, like black steel, and it's really, really nice because all the air will come in, it'll cool the ports, it'll go down, it doesn't just go out, so in Arizona, you need those fans. Not everybody's gonna need the fans. I've seen a lot of other people do this, do these kind of builds, so, and some of them don't use fans, they use audio equipment, they use extra recorders, the longer HyperDeck SSD recorders, hard drive recorders. So you have options when you do this kind of thing, but that's just what I wanted to do. And then another side note, I have my power cable right here coming out of this little port up top. I had to kind of drill this out. I'm forgetting the tool, the tool that I used. It was like one of those, I'm forgetting the name of it, but literally I just like drilled this out of here because this part was too big to fit through that hole. So I had to kind of drill around it, but now it's nice because I have this little cord. So all I need to do now when I get to a venue is just walk up, set this thing on a table, take this, plug an extender into it, and then you're golden. You have everything there. So I've done gigs before, like when I was first starting out, where I was carrying all of this equipment separately. And don't get me wrong, it is expensive to kind of put this thing together because these things alone, I mean, these you wouldn't think so, but these connectors alone, like all of these, I probably spent a few $100s on that. And then these little rack holders were like $25 each, and then this thing was like $50. So you're gonna spend I don't know why Siri's calling somebody. I don't know why Siri's doing that. Yeah, this is the panel, and then I'll show you the side view here. Side view, kind of get a profile. I wouldn't recommend this box actually. That's another side note. I would not recommend this box. It does not have rubber padding on the bottom, so it'll scratch up tables and whatnot. It's not bad, but if you're looking for, this is a budget one, by the way. This thing was like $120 for the full road case. It comes with these little side panels, which are pretty duty, but there's better ones. There's Pro X ones. I would recommend those because those actually have feet on the bottom, and they're a little bit better build quality. So But this one, it was just budget. I saw it and I was like, you know what? I'm just gonna buy it. It's whatever. And it served me okay. I just set it down really nicely when I go to do shoots and stuff. So that's that. And then you know, I'll take off the back part. I'll take off the back piecing to sum this video up, and I'll show you the kind of rat's nest that we have back here and how I kind of do some of the cable management. Not that you need. Well, once you have everything plugged in, you don't really have to go back in there, but I can show you just for reference. So let me get my screwdriver. Okay, so as you can see, we got a lot of cables going on here. Basically, what I've done is I've used these 1 inch and 1.5 inch, or no, I'm sorry, 1.5 feet and 1 foot cabling. I'm actually going to, this is one of the things I will link for you, is these SDI cables. It is insanely hard to find good SDI cables, at least patch cables for that matter, but good SDI patch cables that are 75 ohm, that transfer 1080p, or 12G or 3G. If you can get a 3G with your a 3G SDI cable with your 1080p 60 workflow, that's great. If you want a 4K 60 workflow, go with the 12G cables. But these are, I believe these are 12G cables. I'll have to double check, but they definitely are 3G. So if you're working with the 3G workflow, I would work with these. They don't flicker, they don't bullshit. And I will link those. They're from Amazon. I couldn't find any good ones on B&H, even though I'm usually on B&H. But you can see we have some inputs there, some outputs there. I know it's really hard to see, but I just kind of wanted to show you how I organize some of this stuff with the power cables and everything. And yeah, if you guys want me to link some of this stuff, just let me know. I'm not too good with linking stuff. Usually people just look it up themselves, and it's, you know, it is what it is. But yeah, hopefully you guys enjoyed the video. Just move you up here right there. Yeah, so hopefully you guys enjoyed the video. If you have any questions, feel free to reach out to me, or you can go to my website, rooklive.net, or rooklive.net/portable rig. I believe that's the setup, or that's the website. I mean, the page that, geez, I can't talk today. The page that hosts all of the information about this thing, and it will give you more information, kind of in a head start into looking into some of this kind of stuff and what it costs, because you're going to be spending, you know, a few grand at least, you know, probably around I'd say probably like 6 to 8 grand, depending on what kind of equipment you get. But, or yeah, I mean, if you're going with a 4K workflow, it might be a lot different. But yeah, so hope you guys enjoyed the video. Let me know if you have any questions, and we'll see you in the next one.